We have a huge election coming up in 2024, and this is all about Donald Trump. The woke left needs to crush him. They can't stand him, and sadly, Fox is going to be either complicit or on the sidelines as they try to do it. But I will be here to give you the real story each and every night, so stay tuned. Okay, let's bring in former governor of Alaska and 2008 vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin to assess why Fox News is betraying the American people that made the company so successful. Governor, I spent 11 years there. The new Fox is nothing like the Fox that when I was there and when you were there. We spent a lot of time over in that place. It was a conservative bastion. Seems to be gone woke, Governor.
Yeah, you and I both, having been there for years, when my contract wasn't renewed, you could kind of see that other conservative contributors were sort of being pushed out, but nothing like what's going on today, where the employees themselves are hearing from top brass this political correctness, this inclusion stuff, this huge disconnection from whom the audience has been all these years. They're missing the boat here, assuming that there's a market out there for a new Fox. I think, though, they're so headstrong into where it is that they're going, they're not going to change. It'll be interesting to see if the employees revolt or not, because, we know that there are sincere conservatives, independents there in that organization who, I don't know, I'm surprised that they don't leave before doing the wrong thing.
So, and the reason why this came up is Tucker last night talked about this whole issue where a couple of days ago, Fox put a banner up underneath Joe Biden speaking. They say, wannabe dictator. Okay, with quotes around it. It turns out this producer was kind of pushed out, forced to quit, forced to leave because of that. And I'm going, well, doesn't Biden kind of want to be a dictator? And in the old Fox, that would have been like, yeah, want to be dictator. But now, for some reason, they're pushing away against real conservative values, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and real conservative contributors also who want to give voice to the voiceless out there in the public. They want to hear truth, and they want their voice relayed out to the general public in order to empower others who feel the same way. And Fox isn't using those conservatives anymore. As a matter of fact, Eric, thanks to you, I lost another gig. Bless our hearts. It was just about a week or so ago. I was on your show, and you had asked something about Fox. Maybe this was 2 weeks ago. And I was, as usual, quite candid and off the cuff. And I told you what I thought about what Fox was doing. Well, I had been booked on Fox for the next day, and a mutual friend of ours, Ron Duguay, he had been listening. He texted me right after my interview, and he said, okay, watch. In 3, 2, 1, you're going to get canceled. Yep, I got canceled from Fox and haven't been invited back.
Did you ask why? I mean, was it because of the commentary on the show that they unbooked you or canceled you?
I will bet you donuts to dollars that's exactly why it was. No, I didn't bother asking why. It was just a lot more than a coincidence. I've never been canceled except when my contract was canceled some years ago. So yeah, no, I think it's because
I'll tell you what, that's disturbing. You know, I mean, if anything else, Fox should welcome more conservative voices, not cancel them if they don't exactly line up perfectly with their new narrative. By the way, new narrative. When we were there, it would never do things like this. Take a look at this soundbite from, it's a year ago, but I'll explain in the backside why this is relevant now. Listen.
Pride Month continues as we highlight the story of Rylan Whittington, whose journey of transitioning at age 5 has been seen by 7 million people in a family YouTube video.
Before Rylan could even speak, he managed to tell his parents that he is a boy.
I could just see that it wasn't him trying to be a brat. It was like painful. It was truly painful for him to have to wear feminine clothing and for us constantly telling him that you're a girl.
And unlike some trans kids, when Rylan came out at age 5, a few years later, he had the full support of his parents.
Wow. So Fox, that was a year ago. And we talked about it. So maybe they've changed their ways. But now we find out through Matt Walsh that behind the scenes, they're pushing employees to be more, to actually promote this trans agenda, the Trevor Project, the Rainbow Railroad, National Center for Transgender Equality. They even have a Fox inclusion team pushing these initiatives. So they're still on this pride trans bandwagon. Again, kids. That was a 5-year-old kid that family was transitioning.
Well, you know what Fox is doing? Again, they're missing the boat. It's not even economically smart what they are doing. They're losing audience night after night after night. Y'all there at NEWSMAX, especially you, Eric, your show is growing and growing and growing. People just want truth. They want facts. They don't want that rehearsed narrative via the talking points sent out by the Democrat Party. And we know how this works, Eric. People just want who, what, where, when, and why of journalism. I have a journalism degree. I started off my career as a reporter and as a sports reporter. I know how it's supposed to work. Man, things have changed in the last few decades.
Yeah, man, have they ever changed. Governor Palin. By the way, all you folks who've come over from Fox, this new woke Fox, we're glad to have you, along with the people who've been here since day one and always love, I'm sure they love hearing Governor Sarah Palin's analysis. Thank you, Governor, so much.
Thank you so much.